Hey guys, so welcome to this, really important video. It concerns a lot of the work that we actually do, in terms of weekly analysis and even other intraday analysis as well. It's picking them high quality points of interest. So I've broken it down into 4 stages, and then we've got another video which is extra confirmations, but these are the core ones that we do have to stick to. So the first one, following the correct market structure. So as you can understand, even from one of the first videos in this part of the course, market structure is always going to be that first bit of technical analysis that you do. So in this case, we've got a buy scenario, right? We've got a nice buy trend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. So our order blocks and what we're going to be looking at is areas that are within a discounted area on the impulses. So what I mean by that is, as you can see from the buy entry that we've got right here, within that range that we've got in this whole market, that's going to be discounted, right? If we're in a downtrend, we want to be looking at premium areas. We don't want to look for order blocks really within that 50% zone of a range. We do want to look at something that's a lot more extreme, because these order blocks tend to hold up a lot more. Now, it's not to say that order blocks don't hold up higher in the range, but it's just an issue of what are the higher quality point of interest that we're going to be looking at? And this is one of the scenarios. Rule number 2, the order block has broken structure downwards or upwards, whichever way we're looking at in the market. But in this scenario, just to quickly explain, we can see clearly a low right here. And what has broken that? It's this order block that pushed upwards. And then from that push upwards, it completely broke structure downwards. So now what that means is when we're having that pullback, this order block that caused this downwards movement past that bit of structure is going to be very sensitive. So that's why we do look at this kind of area for our point of interest. So it's always going to be an order block that's broken structure down. Then rule number 3, an untouched order block above or below imbalance, obviously depending on the trend direction. In this case, it's going to be an order block above the imbalance. Now, most sensitive order blocks will have an imbalance below it, and vice versa as well. So what this means is there are scenarios where you do get order blocks that have been sort of mitigated on the way downwards. You can kind of see order blocks where perhaps, let me just get the annotation tool. You get order blocks that, for example, have done something like this. So let's just say that's the up order block, and you've got the down one. And you've got some order blocks that do something like this. It pushes up back into the zone. Pushes up, pushes up. But what we've got on this side over here is we've got absolutely none of that. We've got an imbalance just below. So that's pretty much what we're going to be looking at. Because there's an imbalance below, it makes price easier for it to push back into that area. Because of that inefficient price action, it's going to get filled. And once it gets filled, what do you think's happened next? The order block is just going to be above, hence why it becomes so sensitive. So, last rule, look for areas that follow the correct fundamental bias. Now, this is not a straightforward rule, obviously, as you can understand, because there's so much to it in terms of fundamentals. Hence why, the whole course is there for you guys to understand it, and now it's just about implementing it. But with this case study, for example, this is USD JPY, and what we've seen in the past few weeks, past few months, fundamentally, in the past few weeks, we've only been looking for sells. So we've disregarded any buy areas. Now, what would the technical trader do? A technical trader will say, okay, nice. So we've rejected of this sell area right here quite nicely, but the order blocks and the market structure still looks quite good for some certain buys. So they might consider these areas. Me personally, not once would I consider this, because I have that fundamental bias. This is something that we're going to be talking about more and more, especially in the part of the course that just focuses on fundamentals. But yeah, this is one of the main rules. Especially this last rule, it's a lot of the reasons why there's a lot of failed order blocks. I do a few bits of analysis on, let's say, Instagram or something, just disproving why only technical analysis will get you far enough. you need to have that fundamental backing. But that's going to be it for this lesson. In the next one, I'm going to be talking about a few more confirmations. But yeah, these are the main four rules pretty much. All right, guys, take care and I'll see you all in the next one.